Today, we're looking at the Line 6 Pod Go. Can this amp modeler from 2020 still be relevant in 2025? Let's give it a shot. The Line 6 Pod Go, it stems all the way back from the original Bean Pod. I never had a chance to play around with that when I was younger. I didn't start getting into audio stuff like this until quite recently. But the Pod Go, I will say, came out in 2020. Then I wasn't really looking for anything. I still have an Axe-Fx 2 and still plan on keeping that. But with this, the Pod Go definitely opens up a lot of dimensions. It has Helix modeling, so you know you're getting good quality models here on the Pod Go. With this, there is multi things that you can do with it, but let's try and check out and see if it hangs in 2025. Here is a short demo clip to give you guys a little bit with this demo clip. All the guitars are made with the Pod Go. The bass is Gin bass, and the drums are Mixwave Austin Archie Lorna Shore drums. So definitely check this out. Let me know what you guys think, okay? Leave the information in the comments below, and let's check out this demo. Let me know what you guys thought of that demo here. That demo, like I said, once again, everything in that demo was made with Pod Go, where it pretends to be the guitar. Pod Go is the guitar. Like I said, Gin bass was the bass. The drums were the Lorna Shore drums from Mixwave. With the Pod Go, I do think that it is something that honestly it still holds up today. If you're looking for a modeler to take and play with live shows with, or even honestly, this is pretty heavy tones from this with the Helix modeling, I do think that you are getting a good substantial amp tone. The one thing that I do find on this Pod Go, and it's probably not due to the like DSP or anything like the HX Stomp or the like Axe-Fx or anything like that does have in it. The one thing that I do think is hard to maintain with it is the gain. So with that, you are putting gates on. I have gates on there too, just like any other device or amp. But with that, I do feel like the gain is kind of peeking through the gate. No matter what gate I put on, maybe I just suck at muting technique. You let me know in the comments. I probably do. Everybody probably thinks I do. But with that there, we want to make sure that the gate is tight, but not too tight that it's choking out the tone. Because when I was making tones there, it was choking it out very substantially. And I'm going to give you guys a quick clip here of my entire tone, and we'll walk through it. Guys, what we are going to do here now is we are going to go through my patch here on the Pod Go, and we're going to see what it kind of sounds like in the mix, or not in the mix, but out of the mix. And then I'm just going to walk you through my patch really quick. So first off, we do have the pitch shifter. I don't use this for pitch shifting. What I do is I do knock it down an octave and then add like a little 10%. Just to give it that little bit of bump in the low end. And here's how that sounds. With that, that is just the simple pitch. I have that on, like I said, just giving a little bump. Here's how that sounds without the simple pitch on. As you can tell, it does just add a little low end. It's nothing crazy. The next thing I have is the Horizon Drive. A little bit of gain. I have brightness pretty high. I have the gate pretty high, and I have the level maxed out, just like you would expect over a drive. Once again, bass tone. With that bass tone there, that's it on. Here again, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, and I'll give you a little bit of sound sample with it off. That's it with it off. I do like it on. It gives it a little more bright, a little more snap. The gate is maxed out because I do use it as my gate as well. The next thing we have is the Rochester compression. With that one, I didn't really look for a specific compressor. I just went with that one because it's from Rochester. It says Rochester. I'm from Buffalo. So we just went ahead and picked that one. With this here, this is with its on. Obviously, bass tone here. We're always going to do bass tone. That is bass tone. Now we'll hear it with it off, just to give you guys a little bit feeling for it off. Sounds pretty similar. I like it with the compressor on there. It doesn't do anything too crazy or too wild. It just kind of makes everything sound kind of even there for me. The next thing I like, and the main reason I took a look into the Pod Go, was because of the arch type. My favorite guitarist, Jason Richardson, is a huge PRS Archon fan. That's what he uses amp model wise. This was a easy way for me to get in to try the Archon at about, this Pod Go only cost me about $300. So with that there, I did buy it of my own money. Obviously Line 6 did not send me this. So here's the amp on. And then we'll go ahead and check with the amp off. With that, you can tell I'm a big fan of this amp on this one already. I do like the amp a lot. With the IR, I do have my own IR loaded into this. I will say this is an IR that comes from the Buster Autohome amp sim that I did purchase, which I will have a video out for you guys at some point, whether it's a short or a long form video. But with this, I did take their impulse response from there. It is the number 4 on there. Here's with it on. And then I have a quick little EQ here, and this is just to tighten up the tone, honestly. So here's with it on. You've heard the tone with it on. Let's go ahead and hear it with the tone with the pedal off. As you can tell, it's not anything crazy. It does, you know, brighten up the tone a bit. I am a huge fan of that gent sound. I will say that this is probably one of my favorite gent tones. And we will get back to you in just a second. So what you can kind of see there with the Pod Go, honestly, it's a great unit. I have this yellow film over it. That's how I bought it used. I'll be honest with you, it's used for $300. If you are looking for a live unit and maybe even something to use for your demo tracks and or reamp, you can find them all day used for $300 at Guitar Center. Compared to my Axe-Fx 2, no, I'm not going to say it's better. I'm also going to admit too, I'm kind of a Fractal fanboy. But at the same time, would I take this to go play a live show with? Yeah, because I don't want to cart my Fractal Axe-Fx 2 out in like a rack case and everything like that. What I want to do is I want to put this on a floorboard, maybe with like a Seymour Duncan Power Stage, and then just play live. Play live through a cab, or just hook this up direct right to the board and just have it sit down right in front of me, and then I can pedal dance to my heart's content if I wanted to. I will say that this is a great little unit, especially for $300. I really can't complain. I'm still debating if it's going to be something that I want to keep and hold on to, but I would say if you are in the market for an amp modeler, especially somewhere around the $300 point, you cannot go wrong with the Line 6 Pod Go. With that there, I would play metal shows with it. No one's going to be able to tell the difference live. I kid you not. Even from listening from my speakers right now, I think it sounds fantastic. Would I use it on records? Yeah, why not? You know, Joey Sturgis used the little Bean Pod, but also at the same time, he's a master engineer, and I don't hold any type of flame to him, nor do I hold a flame to any type of audio engineer. But at the same time, guys, for $300, is it still relevant today? Is it still something that I and you should use today, especially if you're live gigging or in a cover band or just even in your local band? 100%. You should be using this Pod Go as an accessory in the studio. You should be using it there at home. I mean, with the myriad of plugins here we have today, there are so many things that you can spend your money on. If you're looking for something to get the job done, and this is a tone you like and the tone you heard today is something you like, guys, leave that comment below and let me know if this is something you'd pick up, especially for around $300 to $400 all day. You can find them there on Reverb. You can find them used on Guitar Center. So guys, go ahead, pick up a Pod Go. Let me know what you think in those comments below. And guys, peace out. See you later for now.